Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good Monday, everybody. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your forecast. That cloud cover, it's still stubborn out there, but the good news is we are seeing it break apart just a bit. That's going to allow a little bit of sunshine to occur across parts of the area this afternoon, but our temperatures, they're not going to be budging too much further than what they are right now. I'll show you that here in just a little bit, but what about some warmer weather? We could be seeing some warmer temperatures coming up later on this week. That'll be a nice change for once. I'll tell you that here very shortly as well. Let's start things off with your Arctic Air Skycam network. Taking a look at Lawrenceburg, Florence, Huntsville, and Savannah. And look at that. We actually got some sunshine peeking on through in the Florence area. Yep, miracles do happen. We will be seeing a little bit of that sunshine today, as you already see, for at least parts of the area. Now, just wait until we get to tomorrow, and that will actually be the majority, if not entirety, of our area actually seeing a little bit of some sunshine during the afternoon hours. But right now, still socked in the clouds with here in Lawrenceburg, also in Huntsville. Savannah also seeing a lot of that cloud cover. And you still got a lot of cloud cover in Florence, but as you see, we are seeing that sunshine begin to peek on through. Here's a look at the overall view, kind of backing things out. Taking a look at the radar satellite composite, you can see that the cloud cover is starting to thin out across our area to an extent. That should continue to be the case as we go throughout the remainder of the day. Now, all that precipitation, that rainfall that we saw last night, that is well off to the east, and they're actually dealing with winter storm conditions across parts of eastern Kentucky, West Virginia areas, over towards Roanoke, Virginia, towards Richmond as well. Matter of fact, they will start to see a little bit of some snowflakes over there across the Virginia Beach area, so the coastal areas of Virginia starting to get in on that kind of winter action a little bit later on today. It does feel like winter, of course, here across the Tennessee Valley. We've warmed up a degree over the past hour here in Huntsville, so it's now 43 degrees. It's also 43 in Decatur and 43 over here in the Shoals. 41 in Fayetteville and Pulaski, still stuck at 39 here in Lawrenceburg and 38 in Columbia. And with a lot of the clouds around, these temperatures won't be budging too much higher. I think we've hit our high temperatures for the majority of our area today. As you take a look at your afternoon forecast here, clouds will continue to be a factor that's going to keep our temperatures low. Some places staying in the upper 30s, others, as you see, you're already in the lower 40s, so that's where you should be for this afternoon. So here are your forecast highs for today. Actually just beat it by a degree here, so it's 43 in Huntsville right now. We had a 42-degree high, 42 over here in the Shoals, 40 in Lawrenceburg and Mount Pleasant, also 40 in Columbia, 39 degrees for your high over there in Lewisburg. Going into your evening forecast, the clouds will kind of still stick around, but they should start to thin out more and more as we go throughout your evening hours. Temperatures will be dropping down into the lower 30s by the time we hit 10 p.m. and eventually down into the upper 20s for the majority of the area. 27 in Pulaski tonight, 28 in Lawrenceburg, 29 in Columbia, 29 in Huntsville and Decatur, 28 down there in Hartselle and Falkville, and 29 over in the Shoals. Going into your Tuesday, there is warmer weather on the horizon. A lot of places will get close to 50. I think some places get to 51. Others will probably stay around 48 to 49 degrees for your high on Tuesday. We'll have some clouds to deal with in the morning, and then by the time we get to the afternoon hours, we should be looking at mostly sunny skies. So here's your Tuesday forecast. 49 in Huntsville, 47 in Hazel Green and Meridianville, 47 in Ardmore, 48 in Lawrenceburg, and 50 degrees in Mount Pleasant going into your forecast tomorrow. Let's take a look at your futurecast over the next handful of days. Really, the only thing you'll be seeing on here are just the clouds that will be moving on through. So as you can see, by the time we hit 2 p.m., should be seeing a bit more breaks in the clouds. By the time we hit midnight tonight, we should be looking at mostly clear skies. Then we'll have another batch of some of those clouds moving on through early Tuesday. That's going to keep our temperatures from warming up too quickly, but that should move out of here by the time we hit noon, and that will allow us to warm up into the upper 40s and near 50 degrees, I think, for your Tuesday afternoon. 8 or 6 p.m. on your Tuesday, looking at mostly clear skies, temperatures dropping down into the 30s once we get to your Wednesday morning. During the day on Wednesday, maybe a brief period of some showers. I think we're just dealing with majority of just some cloud cover moving on through. Most places should be dry. Going into your Thursday, also dealing with some more clouds during the morning hours. Then once we get to your Friday, there's a small chance of an isolated shower. We've introduced a 10% chance for an isolated shower possible on your Friday. Our next best chance of rain, and I stress best, it's still on the lower end of things right now, looks like it's going to end up being on your Sunday. So let's talk about it real quick with the European Futurecast here. This is the Wednesday system. Cold front moving on through. Most of the precipitation will be well off to the north. They'll be dealing with some winter storm issues across parts of the Great Lakes. Once again, for us here in the Tennessee Valley, most of this is just going to end up being a dry cold front with maybe an isolated shower too. You see a little bit of some light green on the Futurecast here. That moves on out, maybe a brief period of a shower going into your Thursday morning. The majority of Thursday is dry, and Friday for the most part is dry, but once we get to the late afternoon, maybe into your evening hours, there could be an isolated shower too. That's something we'll keep a close eye on, but like I said, our next best chance of rain looks like it's going to end up being on Sunday. So here is your 7-day forecast. I told you that we will have some warmer weather. We'll be getting up into the middle and even some upper 50s potentially on your Wednesday, and then we'll be right back down into the lower 50s Thursday and Friday. And then over the weekend, we look like the temperatures are going to be back down into the 40s. So that Sunday shower chance could be a chilly rain that will be moving on through. I do want to point out the low Friday night to Saturday morning dipping down into the lower 20s. I wouldn't be shocked if maybe some areas get down into the upper teens for lows. That's something we'll keep a close eye on in the coming days. That's your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in at 5 p.m. to have another check on your forecast. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Monday afternoon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.